He is that classic white moonlight crush who went abroad and basically vanished from the earth. But our guy actually posts like 80 times a day and never stops yapping in group chats. Yet he never sees Liu Ruyan drop a single comment or even like his posts. That is, until a friend dropped some insane gossip that Liu Ruyan missed him so much. She actually went and found a substitute lover who looks 70% like him. Absolutely wild. After making sure she did not block him, he immediately opens up her chat window. He texts her asking if she blocked him, and Liu Ruyan replies super fast. "Why no replies?" he asks, "and why are you not liking my posts anymore?" He jokes that she should show some love to this lonely expat, then notices the screen. The status shows she is actively typing, but our main character does not plan to wait. He just dumps a wall of text. Does she know what crazy rumors are spreading? Word on the street is she got a substitute lover because she could not reach him. Is that real? Because he actually saw the photos they were passing around. Honestly, that young guy is handsome as hell, so she is living the absolute dream. He asks if this guy is just a fling or a real boyfriend so she can clear it up. Otherwise, that poor boyfriend is going to be heartbroken. Time to unleash her inner boss energy. She needs to shut down those toxic gossipers once and for all. Since they keep trying to spin some dramatic fan fiction about elite circles and her lost first love. It is honestly so embarrassing for him while he is studying abroad. He is chronically online every single day, and Liu Ruyan can never match his typing speed. After his massive text wall, she finally replies to his very first question incredibly slowly. She says she does not scroll social media, which makes sense since they are not close. But they are not strangers either. They grew up as neighbors, attending the same schools. They walk together every day, and to their parents, they were the perfect pair. Childhood sweethearts, right? But the moment they stepped into school, they were complete strangers. Neither would spare a glance, though he actually tried to be friends with her back then. Too bad she only ever cared about books, and if you asked her to do anything, she would just do it without a word, then immediately go back to reading. Honestly, if he had not heard her talk to her parents, he would think she was mute. So to his younger self, she was always just this incredibly boring, quiet nerd. Then middle school hit, and Liu Ruyan started skipping grades like a certified genius. By the time our guy was a sophomore, she was already studying overseas. That was the moment he realized he was the actual dummy here. While he was still debating grad school, her family threw her a massive homecoming banquet. Since their families are super close, he naturally attended the party with his parents. The second he walked in, his eyes immediately locked on to the center of attention. She looked absolutely stunning after all these years apart. The quiet nerd from his childhood had completely shed her awkward youth. Standing there in a gorgeous designer gown, she was perfectly calm, dealing with ruthless business veterans. She did not show a single hint of weakness, radiating pure elegance. That black mermaid dress wrapped around her curves so perfectly, it was unreal. She had an absolute hourglass figure, but that tiny mole on her collarbone? Beautiful. He quietly pulls out his phone and updates her contact name to Liu Ruyan 175. Adding cold girl collarbone mole, but then his buddy Yi Kai sneaks up like a ghost. He pops his head over his shoulder and reads the contact name right out loud. The entire banquet hall goes dead silent, but thankfully the elders laugh it off to save face. They brushed it aside, but after that night, chaos. Even the exact brand of spicy snacks Bo Chang and Liu Ruyan sneaked as kids got dragged out. Those gossip-loving rich kids dug up literally everything, honestly, and our boy Bo Chang used to be one of them. He seriously had to condemn them, though, because the rumors they started spreading were straight up wild. We are talking clickbait titles like Shocking News, Top Elite Heir's Secret Romance Finally Exposed. Or childhood friend makes a bold move at the banquet and her reaction is insane. You have definitely never seen this side of the elite heiress. Childhood friend suddenly returns to the country. Turns out she is a top heiress, starting a legendary story of rekindled love. Like what? No matter how hard our boy Bo Chang tried to explain the truth, it was useless. His troll friends completely ignored him and just kept pushing the narrative. They were relentlessly dedicated. Spreading rumors day in and day out, plus Liu Ruyan staying totally silent about it, that just made them double down. It got bad. They actually created a full lore Bible and wrote a 300-page fanfic about them. It looked so real that even the elders of both families started sending worried texts. Talk about awkward.
Even Ye Kai's gossip account, which used to be called Rich Family Storm, got rebranded.
The new name was Capital Angsty Love. Now, why the angst, you ask? Because these absolute trolls simply did not want Bo Chang living a peaceful life. This whole insane rumor mill is literally why he packed his bags and fled the country for grad school. He left, and immediately they updated the plot. The heartless white moonlight flees abroad, leaving the elite heiress lonely and lovesick. They even posted a picture of Liu Ruyan's back at the airport. Amidst the bustling crowd, she stands there completely alone and quiet, staring toward the boarding gate in silence. Honestly, the photo actually looked pretty convincing. Except Bo Chang did not remember her ever coming to see him off, so he scrolls down. He sees that nearly 200 friends already read it, and he is just dead inside. At the very top of the comments, his own mom wrote, "Ruyan, please do not be sad." Bo Chang will definitely come back to you. She even added a bunch of virtual hugs. Right below that, Liu Ruyan's mom replies, "Oh, our poor babies are suffering so much. You two must stay together." Even Ye Kai jumped into the comments to stir the pot. Wondering if brother Bo Chang will still remember everything when he returns. He wrote Liu Ruyan, followed by a dramatic sigh in parentheses. Bo Chang's face just twitches in disbelief.
Like, thanks for caring about this fake relationship, everyone. He is studying abroad, not dead.
While abroad with absolutely no friends around, he literally unlocked a new hobby of doodling. He spent his days lurking in various group chats, constantly talking trash, posting 10 status updates a day because he was just that bored. Fortunately, his move meant that his already minimal contact with Liu Ruyan finally came to an end. Gone. The only interaction left was pretty simple. Just dry holiday greetings on WeChat. At the same time, the trolls finally calmed down. They finally ran out of content to gossip about, so the rumors slowly died down. The gossip channel went back to normal, and Bo Chang happily joined his group chats again. But 3 years flew by, and the legendary White Moonlight has graduated and returned. Looking at the endless spam in the gossip groups, our boy is just speechless. People are constantly sharing links and blurry photos of celebrity drama. The pictures are super low quality, but everyone in the chat is claiming something crazy. Here is the shot of the controversial male celebrity standing side by side with the elite heiress. Staring closely at it, our guy cannot even make out the outline of a human being. Extracting gossip from this is impossible. But wait, the actual photo of that male celebrity is pretty shocking because the guy is undeniably handsome. Sharp features, deep dreamy eyes, he looks incredibly handsome. Surprisingly, the actor actually looks a bit like him. He quickly heads back to his chats. He notices that Liu Ruyan sent him a few messages and clicks on the chat. She asks about the photo, denying having any secret lover. He forwards the group link to her, and out of nowhere, Liu Ruyan calls him directly. Surprised, he answers. She immediately calls it a misunderstanding. She promises she does not have a secret lover or some cheap substitute. He stands there completely dazed for a moment before finally processing her words. So that completely blurry mess in the photo was actually her. She goes silent for 3 seconds. She hums. It was September 13th at 9 p.m. She was tipsy leaving a business dinner when she saw the actor. She mistook the guy for our main character, realizing her mistake up close. She left immediately without saying a single word or making any physical contact whatsoever. He thinks there is no need for such a detailed explanation, feeling a bit awkward now. At this point, the awkwardness is real because they literally have 0 topics to talk about. Just as he plans to laugh it off and hang up, Liu Ruyan asks if he is returning tomorrow. He claims his flight is at 9, but secretly booked 7 p.m. He wants to troll his mischievous friends who are planning to pick him up at 9. He wants to get home early and surprise everyone. Liu Ruyan simply replies with a short, "Okay." And just like that, they fall back into a weirdly heavy silence. Hearing her keyboard typing in the background, he politely says goodbye and hangs up the phone. With his luggage packed, he grabs a quick shower. His phone is already flooded with spam from Ye Kai, telling him to check Liu Ruyan's feed. He immediately rushes over to check the feed. He sees a red notification showing 99 plus likes, all coming from one single person. Wondering what on earth she is doing, Bo Chang raises an eyebrow and enters the feed. Right at the top is her official statement, declaring she has no lover. She strictly warns against rumors, attaching a lawyer letter. Clarifying the drama head-on, the list of likes underneath is absolutely massive. Premium avatars crowd the screen, taking him ages to scroll past them. Looking at the comments, his sister says it feels like she is seeing a ghost. She jokes about her resurrection, and then her mother comments. Her mother comments that the paparazzi are too arrogant these days, praising her quick response. Even her cousin joins the hype, and Ye Kai leaves a dramatic comment rooting for his favorite couple. A long queue follows, making the comments wilder by the second. Seeing things get this out of hand makes our main character's heartbeat like crazy. At first, his friends just wanted some quick drama to laugh at. They set up this whole fake scenario behind the Liu family's back, completely underestimating her status. But the Liu family is a top-tier elite household, and nobody in their right mind crosses them. Especially with a cold, untouchable goddess like Liu Ruyan. She is definitely not the type of serious person to tolerate fake shipping stories about herself. Alright, so our girl realized the cringe fanfics her friends made up were getting out of hand. She knew she had to find Liu Ruyan immediately to fix this. She begged him to step in and save their crumbling reputations before it was too late. He promised to let his assistant handle it, so she waited and nudged him every single day. But nothing got resolved, and her chaotic friends quickly discovered something. Since the main man did not actually care, they went completely wild with no limits. They were too scared to mess with Liu Ruyan, but they teased our girl daily during her 3 years abroad. She thought they had finally chilled, but they just got even more shameless. They literally pushed the gossip right into his face with zero shame. Joking is fine, guys, but bringing it to the main lead is straight up playing with fire. Suddenly, a quick notification popped up and caught her eye. She quickly tapped on it, only to feel her soul literally leave her body. It was an article from Ye Kai, changing their story back to some cheesy Beijing angsty romance. Honestly, this guy's typing speed is insane, probably even faster than hers. In record time, he somehow whipped up a 3,000-word teaser story. The headline read, "Elite Socialite Clarifies Rumors as the White Moonlight's Countdown to Return Begins." Is the substitute lover a huge misunderstanding or a deliberate cover-up? Let us find out. Our girl did absolutely nothing, but this writer was ready to cook up a whole storm. It was so incredibly embarrassing that she honestly did not even want to return home anymore. She screenshotted it to send to Liu Ruyan, but then she noticed her WeChat Moments likes. The notification count was climbing fast, so she decided to strike while the iron was hot. She immediately called him, and he picked up on the very first ring. She got straight to the point, saying she knew her posts were super interesting. But she told him to hold on, because they had a much bigger issue to handle right now. When Liu Ruyan asked what was up, she decided to test the waters first. She asked if he had read the comments yet, but he had not even looked. She urged him to go check them out, and he gave a simple hum in response. The line went completely dead silent as she waited anxiously for his reaction. As the silence stretched on, the heavy atmosphere started getting incredibly tense. Our girl started feeling the pressure, and her overactive brain went into overdrive. She imagined the elite young master looking absolutely furious over some minor offense. The temperature dropping to freezing cold, and his eyes turning sharp and deadly. Just one glare from him would make everyone in the room tremble in pure terror. She let out an awkward giggle, making him ask what was so funny in a confused tone. She cleared her throat to play it cool, totally ready to watch some epic face-slapping unfold. She asked if he had finished reading and what his thoughts were on the drama. But he actually had no thoughts, which made her panic since people were literally talking about marriage. It was getting way out of hand, and sensing his silence was too dismissive, he paused. He agreed it was indeed absurd, so she asked if he was going to do anything about it. He asked what he should even do, which honestly left our girl feeling so frustrated. She told him to clarify everything and shut them down like he always does. But his voice was totally flat as he promised to just let his assistant handle it. Not that line again. She sighed and jokingly suggested he should just fire that assistant, since they apparently had zero skills after failing to handle this for years. He fell silent, so she told him to stop liking her old social media posts. Seriously, you can never hype this girl up enough. Liu Ruyan is just built different. 7 p.m. The plane lands right on time. And as soon as Bo Chang leaves the terminal, boom, there she is. They are both pretty shocked to see each other, but she quickly runs over. She looks up, asking if he changed his flight, and Bo Chang just nods. Wait, what? He is totally confused why she's even here to pick him up. He freezes. He never told her about the flight change. But she calmly says she was just passing by after work to wait for him. Total nonsense. His brain literally short circuits. Her house is in the west, but the airport is literally way out east. And if he had not changed his flight, was she seriously waiting until 9? She just shrugs, nodding with a completely blank face. Eerie. Her casual attitude leaves him totally speechless. So he just asks why she suddenly decided to come pick him up. She looks up, her voice dropping as she says it was not sudden. She claims she has come to pick him up every single time. Every time? Bo Chang is totally dumbfounded. He points out he never saw her once at the terminal. Somehow, he feels a bit guilty, even though his college classes were easy. Whenever holidays came, he would fly home because of pure loneliness. He would book a sudden flight and have his sister pick him up. Or he would call his party friends like Ye Kai to get him. But he never once saw her, and trust me, if she actually showed, Ye Kai and the guys would have spammed photos, mocking their tragic romance. But then he remembers, every time he posted about coming home, she really would message him, asking what time his flight was. She is not a liar, which means she really did wait. Bo Chang looks at her gorgeous face, feeling completely speechless. He jokes if she has invisibility powers, but she stays silent. He quickly tells her to just let him know next time. I mean, he is no mind reader. How could he know? She just looks down, staying completely quiet. Once they finally get in the car, she calls his name. Bo Chang.
Can I be your date for tomorrow's banquet?
Streetlights flash across her beautiful, cold features through the car window. She stares right at him, and he openly admires her pretty face. But he gently declines, saying it is probably not a good idea. If they go together, the gossip blogs will explode for 30 days straight. She sighs. Soon, he finally arrives home to his family. They are thrilled by his early return, crowding around him excitedly. He feels like a zoo animal as his sister helps unpack his bags. She asks if he told his friends, and he admits he did not. Just being lazy. He sets his laptop down. His sister smirks. You have no idea what you were about to face. He thinks she means his friends, but a wild surprise is already at his door. Humming a little tune, he and Ye Kai finally finished cleaning up the kitchen. Once the food was ready, the whole family sat down together, super cozy and happy. Tasting those long-lost home-cooked flavors honestly almost made him cry. All those years studying abroad basically forced him to become a chef just to survive. No lie, home-cooked food hits different, but after a long, full day on a flight, he just washed up and passed out. But that night, his phone was literally blowing up. Led by his chaotic friend Ye Kai, his squad set up the ultimate social death package at the airport. We are talking a massive banner, a giant loudspeaker. A life-size cardboard cutout completed the set. Honestly, he knew they would pull something this wild. Frantically checking if he was alive, making a huge scene. When he was finally forced to wake up, Ye Kai was literally banging a metal pot with a rolling pin. He almost had a heart attack after some yelling and a round of quick apologies. The conversation finally gets to the point. Our boy is not going to the banquet tonight. Ye Kai complains that if he does not go, there is no content. The white moonlight returning is the main event. Wow, he is not even trying to hide it. Our boy pulls up the official social media page. He grabs the latest post and shoves the screen right in Ye Kai's face. The headline reads, White Moonlight vanishes upon return, abandoning friends to secretly meet the heiress. Plot twist after plot twist, a confusing love triangle with stand-ins and secrets. I am living for this drama. Seriously, it is crazy how he wrote 13,000 words in one night without even seeing his face. Ye Kai just gives a smug grin, claiming his writing skills are still sharp as ever. But then he pulls up today's trending page saying someone else is being way more toxic. They literally paid to trend his social death. Talk about a nightmare. He clicks the first video posted by a gossip account, and oh boy. There is a group of girls in fancy strapless dresses standing right at the airport exit. Right in the middle is his life-size cutout with 4 girls holding up massive banners. 2 of them are blasting speakers saying, "White moonlight, the Capital misses you so much." Another banner begs him to return because the heiress knows she was wrong. At least they spared his feelings. No actual names were dropped, but even though he only saw group chat photos, seeing it splashed all over the public trending page is a whole new level of mental damage. He does not even dare to look at the comments, and honestly, can you blame him? Ye Kai is laughing his head off, but he still helps him take down the posts. Then he points at a new social media post from Yi-Tang Chang. Seeing the face, he finally remembers. He is the male celebrity everyone mistook for the stand-in lover. In the picture, he is wearing a sleek black suit with messy hair falling over his eyes. He looks totally innocent. But wait, his suit and watch are the exact same brand as his. Ye Kai wiggles his eyebrows. To really sell the whole white moonlight theme, they chose a soft boy style photo of him to make that giant cutout. With the exact same suit and hair, the resemblance is actually insane. He scrolls through some of Yi-Tang Chang's photos and saves a few to his phone. Then he opens the file Ye Kai sent over containing all of Yi-Tang Chang's background info. Turns out he joined the entertainment industry just to pay for his mom's medical bills. He went viral for his looks, but after his agency promoted him for a bit, they basically set him up as a foil for another celeb, leading to endless hate online. Suddenly, Ye Kai's phone dings with a new notification. Our boy leans over to check, and yep, those gossip accounts are already cooking up more drama. A super blurry candid photo leaks from the airport. It shows Liu Ruyan and RMC from the side, alongside Yi-Tang Chang's flight details. The caption screams, "Wealthy heiress and handsome star romance exposed." Ye Kai's eyes light up, asking if only Liu Ruyan knew about the flight change. But that photo gets deleted instantly because Liu Ruyan herself suddenly shows up to visit. Normally, Ye Kai is totally wild around RMC, but the moment she walks in, he quiets down like a scared little bird while she hands over a gift box. Smiling warmly, our MC thanks her and opens the box. Our boy is already used to her giving him rare auction pieces for every holiday. But what she got him this time is actually insane. It's a limited edition luxury watch from a major auction bought by some anonymous billionaire. They paid $9.7 million for it, leaving our MC totally heartbroken back then. He literally spammed his social media for a month straight mourning his dream watch. "So you were that mystery buyer," he laughs, trying to act polite about just returning home. "Why get me something so crazy expensive? It's almost embarrassing." Liu Ruyan says she had another gift ready, but saw his post 2 days ago. Since he wanted it so bad, she tracked down the billionaire and bought it off him. Our boy is completely speechless. Is this what rich people call a casual present? He declares that starting today, she is officially his absolute favorite sister. Dropping 70 million yuan just like that? Okay, he admits it. Liu Yuan definitely deserves her elite heiress title, and he's never making fun of it again. Meanwhile, Ye Kai is hilariously commentating from the corner like a true gossip channel. Mystery buyer identity exposed, and the oblivious white moonlight finally gets a clue. Later, at the banquet, Ye Kai urgently calls our main character over. Whisper screaming in excitement, he tells our MC there is huge drama in room 1102. Our boy immediately teleports over, sneakily lurking behind the door with Ye Kai. Carefully cracking the door open, they spot a slender woman standing inside. Shrouded in the shadows, she is standing tall and facing a man. He begs to be a substitute, promising that his acting is great. I can imitate him. And wait, it's actually Liu Ruyan and Yi-Tang Chang. No wonder she was missing. Didn't you also see those photos of me? He asks. We look so similar, don't we? Just say the word. I can copy him even more, Yi-Tang Chang's voice begs. Hearing every single word, our MC and Ye Kai look at each other. Both of them are completely shocked by this insane situation. Wait, aren't stand-in tropes supposed to just be a meme in novels? How are they fighting over this? Then her icy voice rings out. Being a substitute is an insult to him. Our boy knows she is absolutely furious as she turns around to leave. But Yi Tangxing literally drops, tightly grabbing Liu Ruyan's leg. Please give me a chance, since he doesn't even want you. Being completely disrespected by this guy, Liu Ruyan looks ready to murder him. Yi Tangxing is literally sobbing, crying about how hard he worked to find her. Just give me one shot, he wails. At least give me a chance. Our MC is mentally eating popcorn. Is this actually a forced stand-in trope? But then, click, a camera shutter sounds, right loud enough for both of them to hear. So our MC turns around, smiling, while his friend Ye Kai awkwardly hides his phone. He stammers an apology. Sorry, he forgot to mute it because Sister Wang keeps spamming him. She's threatening him with breach of contract, but she's married and, honestly, pretty ugly. He just couldn't bring himself to suffer like that, because even if he became a sugar baby, he'd at least want a pretty benefactor. Meanwhile, the actual boss sitting right across is just sitting there watching him cry about his life. Our MC calmly hands him another box of tissues. So that's why you went after Liu Ruyan? Yeah, exactly. Yi Tangcheng keeps wiping away his tears, explaining that there's always been this rumor in the elite social circle. Apparently, the heiress has a secret first love outside their circle, and this guy happens to look exactly like our MC, but the MC plays it completely cool on the outside. Inside, he's literally screaming. What kind of crazy rumors are people making up now? Since when did this gossip spread so far? The MC hard elbows Ye Kai right next to him. Ye Kai rubs his side, whispering that Yi Tangcheng makes a solid point since the MC doesn't even like the heiress. She is single, gorgeous, wealthy, and powerful, and since he looks like the MC, of course he'd target her. Yi Tangcheng adds that President Wang threatened him yesterday. If he didn't give in, she'd completely blacklist him, so he had zero options. So driven to absolute desperation, his only move was to try everything just to get on the heiress's radar. But even after waiting around multiple times, he couldn't get close. His only shot was a brief encounter one night. She just walked past him and was gone before he could even say a single word. Even while crying his eyes out, he looks desperately at Liu Ruyan, insisting that his acting is actually top tier. He begs her to check out his debut drama, claiming his current stiff, wooden acting is just a cheap marketing gimmick. But honestly, Liu Ruyan is the real statue here. She doesn't even blink. Ye Kai nudges the MC's arm, reminding him that his mom literally bought him an entertainment company to play with. The MC gets the hint, raises an eyebrow, and channels his cold face. He looks right at Yi Tangcheng and asks if he actually dares to sign a bet-on contract. The sobbing stops instantly. Yi Tangcheng stares back at him with wide, bewildered eyes. His voice starts shaking as he stammers out, "Wait, I need to see the contract." But our MC just smiles warmly, telling him he's really not in any position to negotiate right now. With the entire situation finally settled and the deal fully done, the MC quietly hitches a ride back in Liu Ruyan's car as the party ends. Her face is visibly freezing over as she coldly asks why he's giving that guy a chance. The MC chuckles. Simple, because he's going to make the company some serious cash. A business is a business, right? Liu Ruyan goes completely silent. Once they finally arrive at the villa, the MC tries to get out, but she suddenly grabs his wrist. "He lured me to the attic by using you as an excuse," she mutters. The MC gently pats her shoulder to comfort her. "That's terrible," he says. "I'll slap on 2 more unfair contract clauses to get revenge for you." Media headlines are already going wild, claiming the first love and substitute made peace. They're reporting that the love rival became his boss, while the first love completely denies the romance. Some articles even claim the heiress left in tears. Talk about a massive drama storm. The MC literally flips off his phone and hits report on every single article. Meanwhile, Yi Tangcheng is already packed off to the company, contract fully signed. He's immediately thrown into acting boot camp, since the MC's actual background is in oil painting. He has absolutely zero clue how to run a business, making everything a chaotic, overwhelming mess. Thankfully, his deeply worried older sister steps in and sends over a specialized corporate assistant just to make sure he doesn't completely bankrupt the entire place. But show business is brutal, and trying to secure projects means endless, exhausting networking events. With dinner parties popping up every few days, our boy realizes Liu Ruyan is the ultimate alcohol shield. Even the biggest entertainment industry bosses dare not force the Liu family heiress to drink. So he keeps dragging her along as a lucky mascot, but she quickly gets tired of the routine. She straight up tells him to stop asking her out at night if he does not like her. But he just tells her it is strictly business. And we are not doing anything else, she interrupts him. She asks him if he would invite an unliked girl out at night. And she says she would never go out with a guy she dislikes, leaving him completely speechless. She hangs up on him, but even with her mixed signals, she still shows up when called. Seriously, she says one thing, but her actions say another. She never misses his late-night calls. Thanks to his non-stop grinding, the company finally gets on the right track. But then he gets his hands on the quarterly financial report, and oh boy, it is bad. They lost over 50%, absolute disaster, so he hits up his buddy Ye Kai to complain. His bros immediately set up a drinking session to help him de-stress. The waitress there low-key looks like Liu Ruyan, and before long, the guys are slamming down drinks. His wasted friends start snapping random photos of them together and post them to the group chat. They even caption it with some wild drama title about a bar romance with a substitute goddess. But plot twist? That is when they realize Liu Ruyan has been lurking in this chat the whole time. Our guy can only watch helplessly as her assistant loads his drunk friends into cars. She was lurking in that chat for years and nobody had a single clue. Talk about dedication. Now Liu Ruyan is standing right in front of him, the booth lights dim and heavy. Her eyes are unreadable, and her intense stare is seriously starting to freak him out. Hoping to break the ice, he offers her a drink, and she silently sits right next to him. She snatches the bottle and starts chugging it, which is insane because this alcohol is brutally strong. She is going wild, drinking like there is no tomorrow. The girl is stressed. The liquor spills down her chin, wetting her collar under the dim, glowing lights. She drains the entire bottle in one go and slams it down. She just stares at the table, completely silent, looking like a statue. She is so still, our guy finally builds up the courage to poke her arm. Boom! She falls face first, completely out cold, so he carries her to the bedroom. But she pulls him down onto the bed with her, forcing him to struggle free. She grabs his wrist again, making him sigh with absolute exhaustion. Looking back, her usually cold eyes are completely glazed over with drunken confusion. She is staring straight at him, her hair a beautiful mess. Honestly, this scene is beautiful. Her collar is half open, revealing a glimpse of soft skin. It is surprisingly enticing, a total contrast to her usual perfect businesslike look. He has never seen this side of her before, and he is totally mesmerized. Our guy is completely stunned, completely frozen as she slowly reaches for his hand. He just stands there, locking eyes with her as his palm touches her warm skin. His hand reflexively curls up, and he tries to pull back in panic. But she has a death grip on his wrist and drags him right back down. He loses his balance and lands right on top of her, making her let out a soft groan. Even though she is the one who took the hit, she still looks up at him. "Are you all right?" she asks, her warm breath brushing against his ear. Her voice is soft and incredibly raspy from all that alcohol. His heart pounds like crazy as he quickly scrambles up, but her grip on his hand is insanely tight. He tries his absolute best to break free, but her iron grip won't budge at all. Covering his face, he begs her to let go, but Liu Ruyan suddenly looks super hurt. She mumbles, asking why he doesn't like her. At this point, he thinks he's literally hallucinating. He seriously wonders if he's the drunk one here, as she keeps whining, "Why don't you like me? Am I not good enough? Am I not pretty? Is my body not hot?" Liu Ruyan's voice keeps ringing out, and honestly, the sheer desperation is wild. While his brain is still completely buffering, his body moves on pure instinct and pulls out his phone. "I've liked you since we were kids! Bo Chang, I love you. Can't you love me back?" Meanwhile, he just sits on the edge of the bed. Playing the recorded video on a loop, he takes a few deep breaths to calm down. Trying to calm his pounding heart, but absolutely nothing seems to be working. Resigned to his fate, he stands up and just stares at Liu Ruyan's face for a long moment. His heart races even faster as he gently shakes Liu Ruyan to wake her up. She groggily opens her eyes, and yeah, one look is enough to tell. She's still completely wasted, so he takes a chance and asks, "If you like me, why didn't you pursue me?" Wasted, Liu Ruyan answers instantly. She didn't dare to. But why on earth not? She mutters that she hasn't made 10 billion yet, but why does she need 10 billion? It was Uncle's requirement. Bo Chang is stunned. Why is his own dad suddenly involved? He pats her shoulder, telling her to explain exactly what's going on here. But Liu Ruyan just keeps repeating that she hasn't made 10 billion. Talk about a massive cliffhanger from a drunk girl. He's literally dying to crawl over to his dad's bed right now and demand answers. Then, Liu Ruyan mutters the word diary, and he instantly asks where it is. Even completely drunk, her memory is surprisingly built different. She tells him it's in the third drawer of the desk, and the passcode is his birthday. He slides it open. Finding a whole stack of notebooks inside, he pulls out the very bottom one, just like she said. He can't wait to open it, and when he does, he's actually mind blown. Like, do geniuses really start writing diaries all the way back in kindergarten? His own kindergarten writing was a total mess, but her childhood handwriting is incredibly neat. She even used pinyin for the word she didn't know yet as he flips through page by page. It's honestly beautiful, but then he notices one page is heavily stained with old tears. May 27th, Bo Chang Gege kissed my cheek today. So I kissed him back, but Uncle G said I'm still too little. We're not allowed to do that yet, so I asked Uncle G, "When can I be with Bo Chang Gege?" And Uncle G told me, "Only after I make 10 billion. But how long will it take to make 10 billion? This page is incredibly wrinkled. You can just picture how hard a tiny Liu Ruyan was crying when she wrote this. No wonder she never dared to confess all this time. This backstory is low-key heartbreaking. Grinning, he keeps flipping through the pages, completely invading her privacy without a single shred of shame. He reads through the rest of her diary, with the final entry dated September 2012. That was right when she skipped a grade. She wrote about wanting to grow up fast. "If I make 10 billion, I can finally confess to Bo Chang Gege. I don't want to skip a grade. I don't want to leave Bo Chang Gege, but I have to graduate quickly. That way I can start working and earning money," after reading every single page. He carefully puts the diary back, left with a whirlwind of emotions. Bo Chang stands by the bedside, looking down at the man resting on the mattress. Liu Ruyan is trying hard to stay awake, moonlight highlighting half his pale face. His dark pupils reflect a soft, clear glow under the quiet night sky. The two of them just stare at each other, one completely awake, the other half asleep. After a long silence, Bo Chang finally asks if Liu Ruyan is an idiot. Later, Bo Chang posts on social media that their relationship is purely thanks to everyone's relentless rumors. That post immediately blows up, leaving everyone wondering if they were actually just faking it. Friends start losing their minds, asking if this is real or if he's just lost it. Some call it a miracle, remembering how Liu Ruyan never stopped them from playing matchmaker. Everyone knew he had a massive crush on Bo Chang, and now the chat is absolutely exploding. His closest friends don't even wait. They start spam calling his phone immediately. But Bo Chang just shuts off his phone and goes to sleep, letting them squirm. By the time he finally wakes up, it's already evening, and he slowly sits up. Before his brain can even fully boot up, a cold voice suddenly startles him. He turns to see Liu Ruyan sitting there, and last night's memory comes rushing back. Suddenly feeling super tense, Bo Chang asks if he remembers what happened last night. Liu Ruyan pauses for a split second, then confesses that he likes him. Talk about a direct confession. Honestly, I did not see that coming. Before he can even process it, Liu Ruyan leans in closer from the edge of the bed. Staring deep into Bo Chang's eyes, this usually cold and reserved guy says those three big words. His lips are parted, his cheeks are flushed bright red, and he's completely losing his cool. Looking at those nervous, hopeful eyes, Bo Chang just cannot resist the urge to tease him. He reminds him he hasn't made 10 billion yet, leaving Liu Ruyan looking pretty down. Liu Ruyan quietly asks to lower the bar, and Bo Chang just raises an eyebrow. Wondering why he's only now getting brave, Bo Chang hears him reply in a muffled voice. He mutters that Bo Chang always ignored him, but Bo Chang immediately denies it.
Liu Ruyan lists his receipts, late text replies, and always turning down his invites.
He'd reject him, only to hang out with Ye Kai, even when he visited his house. Even then, Bo Chang kept him at arm's length, making banquets the only place to meet. Even at parties, they'd just share polite small talk before Bo Chang walked away.
He felt treated like a mere business contact, and honestly, that does sound pretty harsh.
But honestly, that was only because Liu Ruyan always acted so cold and distant. Who could tell the difference between a client and a crush? Still, he looks super upset. Bo Chang quickly promises to reply instantly next time, so Liu Ruyan hands over his phone. With his arms crossed, Bo Chang asks him what that social media post was all about. Liu Ruyan asks if Bo Chang likes him back, and Bo Chang just smiles. Checking the time, he realizes it is already 9 o'clock. Once Bo Chang powers on his phone, the unread notifications start flooding in. He does not even have to guess how insane the spam is. Smiling with a sense of sweet victory, he opens the app to check his inbox. Suddenly, his eye twitches as the very first notification catches his attention.
It is a gossip article about a toxic romance finally making it to the finish line.
The long-lost love finally claims his wealthy partner. And that is the end of the story.